Because if you think about it, peaches go bad, cream spoils. But when that happens, all you do is go get more peaches and go get more cream. Hi, I'm Shekinah, and welcome to Greater Talks. Here we like to explore the greater side of life and who we are. God has given us all great abilities, but the thing is, we have to find them. So let's educate, examine, and explore the things that will enhance our human experience. All right. Sit. So, is this packet of Ritz crackers half empty or half full? A lot of times we think, oh, half empty, half full. That's just something that people say to make us ponder and think about life. But the truth of the matter is perspective matters. Now, if you look at it hard, you might say it's half empty, because I've been eating these. Okay. They're good. But the thing is, our perspective in life shifts everything. So in my discipline, there is something called self-fulfilling prophecies. And what that means is what you believe, your perspective on something, your attitude towards something, your viewpoint of something will automatically dictate your behavior towards that situation. So say if you started a new job and you just couldn't seem to get things right, and constantly in the back of your mind you're thinking, I'm getting fired. Naturally, you're going to start to do things that are going to lead you to getting fired. Your stress levels are going to increase. You might become snippy at other people. You might fall off on your job performance, which ultimately leaves your manager no choice but to let you go because you're not able to fulfill your side of the agreement, which is to be a good employee. Now, on the other side of that, you may have just started a job and you are screwing up. But you say to yourself, this is something that I know I can do. I know I'm going to get better and I'm going to keep my job. Automatically, your behaviors are going to start to dictate towards that behavior. You're going to be more optimistic. Your energy levels are going to be high. You're going to seek after people to help you learn, which are going to build your relationships in your workplace. And you're going to just go on and be successful and to continue to learn because you believe that you could. In life, a lot of times we look at our personal circumstances and we say, I wish I could do better. I need to do more. And in reality, we can all do better and we can all do more. But it's all in what you focus on. So your perspective matters in certain situations because it dictates your behaviors to either lead you to success or lead you to failure, which we don't want the second. Now, there's an interesting concept that I like from the book called The Power of Ted. And in this book, it's talking about this guy that's going through a hard time in his life. And he's kind of reached a point where he has to make up his mind on how he's going to view his current situation. Is he going to crumble and just let it beat himself up, beat him down? Or is he going to rise to the challenge and be able to start a new chapter in his life? And one thing that he learns along the way from a mentor that he picks up is something called the empowerment dynamic. Now, the empowerment dynamic consists of three things: the creator, the coach, and the challenger. The creator is the person that's in the situation. They get to create whatever they want out of that situation. The challenger is the circumstance, whether it's a person, whether it's finances, whatever it is that's trying to teach that person a certain level in that instance. And the coach is the person that's going to encourage you and help you reach the level of success that you want. Won't do it for you. They won't do it for you, but they're going to be there to support you. That's the power dynamic. On the flip side, my bad. On the flip side of that, there's something called the drama triangle. Now, the drama triangle is something that is very familiar to a lot of people. And I honestly think in reality, most people live within this drama triangle. And it's a cycle of no control. So in the drama triangle, it consists of three things as well: the victim, the persecutor, and the rescuer. Now, the victim, like the creator, is the person that's in the circumstance. This is the one that is learning the lesson. I am being challenged in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, the persecutor is the same thing as the challenger in the empowerment dynamic. The persecutor is the situation, the person that is causing them grief, that is giving them a challenge or a hardship in their life. Now, the big thing about this is this next component, which is the rescuer. Now, when we hear rescuer, a lot of times we think, oh man, Superman, someone that's going to come in and sweep in and save the day. But a lot of times what we don't think about is what that entails, what somebody coming in saving the day means. Yes, they're coming in to take control of the situation, but oftentimes they end up coming in and taking control of you. So in the drama triangle, people find themselves in this cycle of hurt, of drama, of being put in a situation that they don't like, playing the victim, not being proactive in it because their perspective is, I can't do anything about this situation, and waiting for someone to come in to save them, to make their circumstance better. But after the person comes in and saves them, resentment builds up because then they feel trapped by the rescuer in the situation and become hostile even towards the rescuer or someone else. So then they become a persecutor. So it's the cycle that keeps on going, all because their perspective of the situation is wrong. Now, in the empowerment dynamic, it could be the same exact thing, but the creator, unlike the victim, believes that they have the power to make the situation better. I might be in a financial situation where I only have $47 in my bank account. What am I going to do with these $47? Am I going to save these $47? Am I going to waste these $47 because this is my last $47 and I'm going to go get a nice meal because I deserve this nice meal because of what I'm going through? Or you're going to invest that $47 in a way that's going to help you. How are you going to learn? How did you get to only having $47? The creator is going to look at this situation and say, what can I do better? What can I learn from this situation, from the challenger that I have in my life right now? How can I learn from this person that's being hostile towards me? How can I adjust to these types of behavior to come out on top? And because they have the control of the situation, they have completely taken themselves out of a place where they will be manipulated by another person. So the cycle doesn't continue of drama, hurt, aggression towards other, and hopelessness just because of the way people view that. So in your life, as we're exploring these different things that we're trying to find our greatness in, we really have to consider, what is our perspective in life? Do we look at the Ritz Cracker Pack as half full, or do we look at it as half empty? Because if I'm looking at it as half full, I know that I have half of these things to eat to make me happy because I love Ritz. But if I think of it as half empty, I'm stressed because I only have half of this left to eat. And I'm not going to enjoy the Ritz as much because I'm worried about it ending. So how do you view circumstances in your life? How do you view challenges in your life? How can we shift ourselves to becoming creators in our lives so that we don't get bogged down by challenges that we face. Because the thing is, guys, life is not easy, but it can be peaches and cream. Because if you think about it, peaches go bad, cream spoils. But when that happens, all you do is go get more peaches and go get more cream. It's all in how you want to manage your peaches and your cream. Because I guarantee you, if you look at it from an objective lens, stepping back and saying, how can I do better? How can I learn from this situation? Slowly but surely, you're going to see your life change because you're not going to keep making those same mistakes, falling into the same traps, wasting your time, beating yourself down on empty thoughts that really don't lead to anything. Now, and this is coming from a person that deals with depression, so I understand what it means to be down for no reason, to look at your circumstance and feel hopeless. But we have to train ourselves to go past our feelings and look at it in an objective way and say, how can we manage this better to reach the pinnacle of what we want to do, to reach that success point of this circumstance? How is your perspective in life? Are you a Ritz half empty or a Ritz half full? Because it matters. What prophecies in your life are you fulfilling because your attitude is messed up or your perspective is messed up? What are things in your life, prophecies in your life, that are positive because you have the right mindset around it? Because I'll say this, giving a personal example of how this was with me, this whole YouTube thing, for so long, I've wanted to make a YouTube channel. Why? Because I have a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of thoughts in my head that I feel like could be helpful to other people. And I wanted to be able to share this with the world. But for the first, 7 years of me having this idea, my perspective was all wrong. Imposter syndrome was real. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real value. I don't have equipment. I don't have this. I don't have that, which stunted me from doing something that I've wanted to do for years. Once my perspective changed, it was a completely different story. All of a sudden, the equipment that I thought I didn't have, it didn't matter. I didn't have to have a fancy setup or anything like that because it was only about the message. The more I give to people, the more I can put into this, the happier I'm going to be, the more money I'm going to make. Then I'll be able to have an elaborate setup for this and that. But I'm not going to let that stop me from what I'm trying to do. So don't hold yourself back. You have so many things in your life that you need to get through. So just do it. Whoops. I keep hitting this microphone. You manage your perspective. You are in control of your perspective. Look at yourself and think, I am successful. I can achieve. And I guarantee you, you will. Not because of a super change overnight, but because as you continue to say those things to yourself, your behaviors are going to change. Your energy is going to be shifted in other ways, and eventually it will happen. Believe me. So, guys, let me know what you think about this video, what perspective that you have on life, on yourself, and on your current situation, and let's talk about it. So remember, have the right perspective because you are greater than you know. Believe it and live like it. See you next time.